What's up, guys? Tyler with Hebert Family Wellness. Today, I want to talk about recovery. I noticed a few holes in my recovery plan, so I'm going to help you guys get around my mistakes. So, recovery is more than just your muscles, your mind, your joints, everything about you is going to get stressed, and you need time away from that stress in order to get better. We all know the stress recovery adaptation cycle, right? So, without the recovery, there's no adaptation. The way I see it, recovery is involved with three pillars: nutrition, rest, and movement. We do these three things all the time. We eat, we sleep, we hope, and we move our bodies. Get better. So, how could we possibly be doing this wrong? Well, I was doing it wrong. Now my recovery needs are a little higher than most. I train pretty hard. I'm trying to be world's strongest 105 kilogram strong man. And I'm going to world strength games in a month. Don't remind me. So, nutrition. What's the big deal? We eat food. Our bodies process that food, gives us energy, gets us through the day, right? Well, if you get the right food in the right amounts, your body gets happy and it does the things that you want it to do, and it does them really well instead of giving it crap, and your body feels like crap, so it performs like crap, and all you have is crap. And that's no good. So, we're going to break this all up because I'm long winded. We'll deal with nutrition today, and we'll do the rest in separate videos. So, let's dive into nutrition. Your body needs fuel and nutrients to repair damage and build your muscles, tendons, and bones to withstand the stress you subject it to. And your body's going to do all that stuff itself. You just have to give it the resources. Kind of a good deal, huh? Key factors: hydration, water, and electrolytes. Take a look at that picture. Nice cold glass of water and a hydration pack, because electrolytes help with every process that your body's going to go through. Kind of important. If you salt your food and you're not training like a lunatic, you're probably fine. You may not need a hydration pack. But if you're an athlete, and if you're watching this video, you probably are, you're going to need something. I highly recommend the Element Sticks. You can see 1,000 milligrams sodium, 200 potassium, 60 magnesium. That's a really good, robust mixture. Works for me. So I actually have a coupon code for you guys at the end of all this. So stay tuned. So after hydration, you need to make sure you're getting enough protein, fats, carbohydrates, and the electrolytes from a variety of whole food sources. So there's a couple of things in there. We'll break it down. Getting enough. So you can get enough by eating way too much. That's no fun. Feeling all kinds of full all the time. That's awful. So how do we know what's enough, what's too much, what's too little? Well, you need to figure out what your body needs. Every body is different. There's all kinds of online calculators. Keep in mind, they're not perfect. They're getting an average. So, in that whole most humans need 2,000 calories a day, nonsense. 500 calories in either direction can often be the case, and 500 calories makes a difference. So, find yourself a calculator. They're all over the internet. Try a couple of them, actually. Average out your numbers. And then stick to that for 2 weeks and measure any changes. If you have a change and you weren't supposed to have a change, then that's not your number. You got to adjust. And finding out what your body needs is a process. It's not, oh, I'm just going to plug these numbers in today and I'm good to go. Nope. Got to figure it out. And any change you make in your movement is going to change your calorie needs. Now, going on from calories, proteins, fats, carbohydrates, your macronutrients. What's enough? Standard recommendation for those engaged in weight training is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. There's a range here. You can go as low as 0.8. You can go as high as 2.0. No, your kidneys are not going to get hurt. Unless you already have a kidney problem, a high protein diet is not a problem. So, anywhere between 0.8 and 2, fair game. I am right about in the middle of there, 1.5-ish. But I train hard, and I love protein. Like, I could do the carnivore thing if I could still have blueberries, because I love blueberry pancakes. But yeah, fats. Typically, you're going to get fats from your proteins, but you might also need to add some plant-based fats. Avocado, nuts, whatever floats your boat. Or you just eat a can of sardines every day. But yeah, so olive oil, the other good one. There's no such thing as a bad food. If it's food, it's food. It's the amounts of things that can be good or bad. There is such a thing as too much protein. It is possible, but it's only if it takes away from everything else in your diet. There's such a thing as too little protein, and that's anything under, I think, survival wise, it's anything under 0.4 grams per pound of body weight. Don't quote me on that number. So fats, the reason fats are such a hot topic is because they're high density calorically. You get 9 calories per gram of fat, whereas you get 4 calories per gram of protein. So it's more than double. So 100 grams of protein is only 400 calories. 100 grams of fat is 900 calories. So most people don't need 100 grams of fat per day. You don't want to go below 10% total caloric intake. So if you're getting 3,000 calories a day, like me on my heavy days, I need to make sure I don't go below 300 calories worth of fat, and I hate math. So whatever it is, 20 some odd, almost 30 grams of fat. That's a minimum. I definitely get more than that. Carbohydrates. So here's the fun part. Carbohydrates are not necessary for survival, hence the carnivore diet. Carbohydrates, however, are incredibly beneficial for your energy needs. They're quick, they're easy, it's fast, and your brain loves glucose. So, carbohydrates don't normally come with a minimum maximum. They're the filler. So you've got your minimum protein intake, let's call it 1 gram per pound of body weight. You got your minimum fat intake, which is, anywhere between 20 and 30 grams of fat for most people. Well, now you've got carbohydrates to fill in the rest of your caloric needs. And if you're trying to reduce, you're going to get a little less. If you're trying to gain weight, you can add both fats and carbohydrates until you get to your calorie number. Protein doesn't have to change. It doesn't have to change when you're going through it all. and changing between gaining and cutting. So increasing your body weight or decreasing your body weight. What I like to do is increase my protein when I'm losing body weight or if I'm trying to maintain body weight, because protein is very satisfying. Like, who doesn't love steak? Uh, and then if I'm losing body weight, I'll keep my fats really low because it's best bang for your buck. And then I'll take away carbohydrates as needed, and that'll get me my weight loss or my maintenance macronutrient setup. If I'm gaining weight, which, yes, this does have to go up sometimes, uh, I'll drop my protein a little bit so that I can add more fats and carbs because they're easier to eat. And if you're one of those hard gainers, you can drop down to 0.8 grams per pound of body weight of protein and then go nuts on carbohydrates and fats. Obviously, you're not trying to dirty bulk. You're not trying to overeat to the point of just gaining fat mass. But if you're a hard gainer, you're gonna eat a lot. Um, and what I would recommend is pay attention to your quality of food. That's going to help you the most in gaining muscle mass without too much fat mass, because it's really hard to overeat on rice with butter and your steak and vegetables. Like, it goes down pretty easy, but you're not going to get 2,000 calories in one hit. Um, but yeah, so there's some individuality in there depending on your goals, but for the most part, 0.8 grams protein is your minimum, 0.8 grams per pound of body fat. And then 10% your total caloric intake for fats is your minimum. You can easily double that and be perfectly fine. Depends on your food preferences. Carbohydrates, fill in the rest. Do what you like. But in order to figure out how much you have to work with, you need that caloric requirement from the calculator and your experimentation. Electrolytes as needed. Salt all your food. As long as you don't have a blood pressure problem, there's nothing wrong with adding salt to your food. Adding the salt while engaging in movement and having a well-balanced diet is not going to cause hypertension. So figure all that out. Your body's an experiment. Learn from it. And that'll get you started. You're going to have to tweak things, but get you started there. Spreading the food out over the day as opposed to trying to get it all in one meal is a really great way to make sure you get enough nutrients, not just calories. Like I was saying before, it's really hard to eat 2,000 calories worth of steak, rice, and vegetables. My favorite meal, if you haven't noticed. So if you're only eating one meal, you got to get all your calories in. You're going to pick foods that are easier to eat. You're going to pick, the high fat, high, simple carbohydrate, heavy meal. So, instead of rice and veggies, maybe you'll have steak and Cinnabon or cereal. There's a good one. And you can get all your calories that way, but you run into the same problem as, eating all from one source. You're not getting all your nutrients. There's micronutrients, there's your amino acid profile, there's all that stuff that comes into play. So you don't get that variety. And who wants to eat once a day? It's awful. I eat a lot of food. and there's no way I could eat it all at once. If you can, power to you. Um, but like I said, you run into some of those issues that you can account for. There are ways to mitigate, but it's pretty hard. If you're watching this video, you're probably looking for something a little easier. So I don't recommend eating all in one meal. I eat 4 meals plus a protein shake every day. Um, so finally, you need to ensure the food you eat is of high enough quality that and that's all to make sure you're getting the nutrients that you need from it. Like I was saying before, quality is going to make a difference. And if you eat everything out of a drive-through, you know what I'm talking about. The quality is just not there. It's not satisfying for your body. You're going to eat, you'll get full, and then an hour or two later, you're like, I still need something. Because your body knows, like, hey, we're missing stuff here. The other thing is, know the quality of your meat. I love local butchers for this reason. Like, you know where the meat came from, you know it's going to be good quality, it's going to be fresh, nothing weird in there. Oh, like the lab grown meat? No. This is the one time I will tell you I have no experience with it. I don't I don't ever want it to come into my house. I don't trust it. There's no way that I will ever eat lab grown meat. Not gonna happen. Um, I mean, your body, your choice. You do you. I'm not. I don't trust it. Not a chance. Um, so know where your food comes from. Know that it's good quality. In general, a healthy animal provides a healthy meat. Healthy plants, healthy veggies, all that good stuff. Um, and if you can grow it yourself, all the better, right? Um, my garden is horribly small. Working on it. Love potatoes. Final note. There is no single perfect meal plan for everyone. Like I was saying with the proteins, fats, carbohydrates, you need to figure out what works for you. Don't let any guru tell you that, oh my God, you should never eat bread, or, oh, you shouldn't eat animals because whatever. Humans aren't designed, gonna get me on a rant here. Humans aren't designed to eat meat. There are words that YouTube won't like. Um, anyway, food is food. Your body can process food. We have developed over thousands of years to be able to take food items and turn it into energy. We're well adapted. We are omnivores. So if it was alive and then it was harvested properly, it can be eaten, um, with very few exceptions. So eat food. And don't let anyone tell you that something that was made in a lab is better than real food. Your body and its needs are individual and they can change over time, which is kind of our goal. You want to add more muscle mass, you're going to need more protein. You want to decrease your body weight, you're going to need less food at the end of that. So keep that in mind as you go through your changes. Um, Now, getting some education in nutrition will go a long way in improving your results. This one video might get you little bit closer to your goals. Hopefully, following videos will get you a lot closer. A couple more resources that'll get you started. RP Diet 2.0. It's a book, but you don't actually have to buy the book because they made a YouTube playlist for you. They present the entire book to you. So you have no excuse not to know this information. Go to the link, watch the playlist. It take a while. It's kind of long. Um, but it's good information and it's actually presented very well. I have the book, love the book. still go and watch the YouTube videos on occasion just to brush up. Elite FTS, they have excellent articles on everything. This is just the nutrition portion here. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to sign in. It's all available. It's there for your education. So we went a little bit over how much and the how, but it's a lot of individuality here. So I gave you the basics. If I missed anything, please let me know. Send me questions. I'm happy to help out. I'm not going to charge you for sending me an email and asking a question. Try this for yourself. Try to put together a meal plan and then assess whether or not you could actually eat it. And then compare that to what you're currently eating. And you might see some differences there. Maybe you got to make some compromises. So instead of losing 10 pounds this month, maybe you can't do that much of a change and you need to do 5 pounds this month because you're not willing to go that low on your food intake. Or maybe you increase your movement to change your caloric needs. We'll get into some of that later too. So yeah, I've been talking for a while. This is the basics on nutrition. There's a whole lot more. And there's a lot more that I don't know yet. I'm still learning this stuff too. I'm not a licensed dietitian. Maybe someday. Wish me luck. Or better yet, subscribe to the channel. I can make enough money to pay for the schooling to become a licensed dietitian, and I'll do it all for you. All right, guys. I've been talking long enough. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all the things. Check out my my contact info. And I'll catch you next time. Be well, be strong.